And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. Y'all already know what it is. It's the daily sports talk show coming at you live June 29th, Monday. And oh boy, did we have an eventful weekend for news. Two big announcements. The first came Friday, a little late in the evening, but the NBA's seeding schedule has been released. Oh boy, we are this close to basketball, sports in general. It's feeling good. Now that the schedule is released, I mean, it just feels this much closer. You gotta love it. So we're gonna take a look at that. Is there gonna be any shakeup in the A seed, or is the seeding already set? So we'll take a look at that. And then, oh my goodness, the major news that broke last night, Cameron Newton. He's back, baby. The MVP, the Super Bowl participant, is back in the league for who else but one of the GOAT coaches, Belichick. He's a Patriot. We all know he's going to be starting, right? I mean, come on. Who's he got to be? We're going to take a look at that a little later in the show. But we're going to see, is Cam Newton going to start for the Patriots this season? It should be an obvious question, but you know how people are on Twitter. They are wilding. They're saying he's not going to start. So we'll dive deep into that a little bit. But first, here we go. The NBA schedule, the regular season finishing up, starting July 30th. Oh boy, it's about a month. Today's the 29th, starts on the 30th, about 30 days away. Woo! I cannot wait. I know you guys can't wait either. So let's get right into it. This is the Eastern Conference schedule. Now, in the Eastern Conference, 9 teams are going to be participating from the Eastern Conference. And 8 teams pretty much don't even need to show up. But, Washington, they want a fighting chance. And Bradley Beal is trying to do his best LeBron James impersonation, carrying garbage into the playoffs. They're trying to squeak into the A seed. They are 6 games back from Orlando, and the bad news is they only play 8 games, so they are going to need to win out. So let's take a look. Washington Wizards, they need 6 wins. Do they even have 6 winnable games on this 8-game schedule? Let's take a look. We are taking a look at the Washington Wizards. This is who they face. Here we go. The Celtics. I got to say, not winnable. Not a winnable game. The Nets, winnable game. I'll give it to them. The Pacers, for argument's sake, the Pacers, let's remind everybody, 39-26, winning record, pretty decent. For argument's sake, let's say winnable game. That's 2. The Bucks, no. No. They will not beat the Bucks. No way. Pelicans, winnable game. OKC, winnable game. 76ers, winnable game. Suns, winnable game. So that's the 6 they need. They need to win all those winnable games to even have a chance at making the playoffs, because they're not beating the Bucks. I mean, come on. The Bucks, Giannis, 53. They've lost 12 games. They're not going to lose to the Wizards. The only way they lose is that whatever date, if it's like the first game and both teams are kind of just getting back in shape, getting back into playing shape, that's the only way that they can beat the Bucks, but I still don't even see that happening. So 2 hard games, 6 winnable games. Now, then that would mean if they won all 6 winnable games, that would mean that the Magic lost every game. Let's see who they're facing. Do they even have 1 winnable game to be able to cancel out the Wizards? Let's take a look. Orlando Magic, Celtics, probably not beating them, but they faced the Nets twice, y'all. They faced the Nets twice. No Kyrie Irving. He's not playing. Well, so he said. Well, he's also injured, so who knows what he's going to do. But Kyrie Irving probably not going to play. So 2 winnable games right there. They got the Pacers, for argument's sake. Let's say that's not even a winnable game for them. Then they got the Pelicans. The Kings, y'all. The Kings! That's a winnable game right there. Not going to probably beat the Raptors. Winnable game here in Philadelphia. So let's say they split one of these Nets games. Give them 1. Give them 2. We'll say they split the Pelicans or 76ers game. So that's 3 wins. Unfortunate for the Wizards. Wizards are not taking the 8th seed. Well, they still got hope. A little bit of hope. The Nets. They're still only 6 games out, basically, from the Nets. So let's take a look at Brooklyn's schedule. They face the Celtics. Yikes. They face the Clippers. Yikes. They face the Bucks. Yikes. They face the Orlando Magic. We said it. We gave them the split. We'll split them again. 1 win. They face the Trailblazers. That's a tough game, right? They face the Wizards. That's going to be the crucial game. That's going to be the crucial game. If they win that game, it's a wrap, and then they're going to have to rely on Orlando losing out, basically. They got the Kings, so basically 1, 2, 3 winnable games for Brooklyn, which once again is not good news for the Wizards, who basically need to win out. So unfortunately, there's not going to be a lot of competition in the East. 1 through the 8 teams are pretty much solidified. There could be a little jump. Milwaukee pretty much, they're 6.5 games up on Toronto, so they basically don't even have to play. Toronto's got 3 games on the Celtics. What do the Raptors got? What is their schedule looking like? Celtics tough, Lakers tough. Grizzlies gonna be a tough out. Jimmy Butler's kind of doing his thing. They're getting dubs. Denver, they're 4th seed in the West, I believe. 3rd seed. They're good. They are a good team. Who else they got? They got the Bucks. This is a pretty tough schedule for Toronto, really. The Celtics, 3 games behind. Can they catch them? Let's see. Boston Nets, winnable. Grizzlies, like I said, that's kind of, they're going to be a tough out. Ja Morant, he wants to make the playoffs. He's easily Rookie of the Year. Don't even get me started with Zion. The man hasn't even played half the games. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. Ja Morant, Rookie of the Year. Jimmy Butler, like we said, and then they got Giannis. So this is pretty tough 3 games there, but winnable Nets, winnable Orlando, winnable Washington. So that's going to be the 3 games that they need to win. And that's still saying that Toronto loses out, which is a possibility because the schedule is kind of tough. Damn, especially coming back. Dang, they got the easiest games are the Magic and the 76ers, so I don't see really too much things shaking up. 5 and 6, they'll probably flip-flop maybe. Who knows? Does it really matter? They're going to be pretty much first-round exits regardless. So in the Eastern Conference, when it resumes, unfortunately, Washington, I do not see the playoffs in your future. It is just not going to happen. You've lost too many games when the season was just going regular. 24-40. Do we really need to even feel bad that they're not going to make the playoffs? Jeez. So these are going to be the 8 teams right here. Washington, I do not see them getting in, unfortunately. So that is the Eastern Conference. Now let's move on to the Western Conference, where there is a little more competition. Not just one team fighting for that last spot. We've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3, we've got 4, 5, and Memphis trying to hang out. So there is 6 teams, y'all, fighting for this last spot in the West. It's going to be interesting. Let's see. All right, so let's start off Memphis. They've got about 3 games on Portland. Let's see Memphis schedule. Are they going to be able to win all 8 games? Are they going to win no games? Let's see. They got the Celtics, tough game. They've got the Bucks, tough game. Can't really see them winning any one of these. They've got the Pelicans. That's going to be the big matchup. Rookie of the year Zion versus the real rookie of the year Ja Morant. I mean, that's going to be the game to watch. I see Memphis winning. They got OKC. OKC is the 5th seed with a 40-24 record. Very well done to them. A well-earned playoff spot. CP3 holding it down there. Let's see. What are they doing? Putting up 110, tied for 18th. Their defense allowing 108. I mean, that's a winning record, y'all. Tied for 10th for points allowed, which is decent defense. Here we go. So, do I give them the OKC win? I don't see it. I don't think that's really winnable. They got Portland. I'll give them... they're still fighting, so that is a winnable game. That's going to be 2 winnable games I'm seeing. The Spurs, I mean, yeah, winnable. The only thing that they have going is Greg Popovich. Will he have his team ready? We don't know. Probably, but the talent, unfortunately, is not there this season. So that's going to be 3 winnable games. Raptors, I don't see it. Jazz, I really don't see it. So Memphis, 3 winnable games. They've already got a 3-game lead. That's 6. That's going to be about 6 games. That's going to be tough ground to cover when there's only 8. So let's see Portland. Do they even have a chance? We'll see. Do they even have at least 3 winnable games that is going to even give them a chance to make the playoffs? Let's see. They start, well, this isn't in order, but they do face the Celtics. Tough game. Not going to say that's winnable. The Nets, winnable, yes. The Mavericks, I would say that's pretty winnable. What are the Mavs doing? They're the 7th seed. I mean, you got, who's their big name? There it is, Luka Doncic. And they got, the other Curry, putting up 116 points. Damn, they are scoring. 3rd in the league. That is good. 15th in the league for points allowed. That's pretty decent too. They're getting it done on both ends. That's a good team. I kind of forgot. This months of no basketball made me forget Dallas is a real contender here. Dang, okay. Yeah, so we were doing Portland. I'm going to say that that's a not winnable game. Not winnable. So we've got 1 for the Nets so far. Nuggets, not winnable. Rockets, not winnable. Clippers, not winnable. Here we are back with the Grizzlies. I have to say it's winnable. 76ers, winnable. So it's not looking good. They've got the 3 games to potentially catch up. But Memphis has 3 games, got the 3-game lead, and they've got 3 winnable games. I don't see Portland winning 6 games here. I do not see it. If you have to choose another 3 that they have to win, they have to beat the Mavs. They would have to beat the Rockets, and they would have to beat the Nuggets. I mean, they're not beating the Clippers. I mean, let's be real. Prime Clippers, they're not beating them. Celtics, I mean, now that Kyrie Irving's gone, the team is meshing again. So I do not see them losing. Or I do not see Portland, the Trailblazers, beating the Celtics. So that's if if they lose the 2 games, which they probably will lose, they will have to beat the Mavs, the Rockets, and the Nuggets to even have a chance to get that last seed. I do not see it happening. Now we've got the Pelicans, who are 4 games out. Yikes. So if you add the 3 that I gave to the Grizzlies, that would be 7 out of the 8 games. And you know how desperate ESPN, the NBA are of seeing Zion in the playoffs. They are clamoring for it. Clamoring for it. Let's see, did they make the schedule advantageous for Zion and the Pelicans? Let's take a look. New Orleans Pelicans. Yikes, they gave them the Clippers. They got to give them a hard game, right? Give them the Clippers. Winnable game against the Grizzlies. Winnable game against the Magic. They give them the Kings twice, man. Who else got the Kings twice? Nobody. Nobody. They give them the Kings twice. Oh boy, they give them the Kings twice. Should we take a look at the roster real quick? Who are they working with? De'Aaron Fox, respectable. Points per game, they're 23rd. Points allowed, 110, which isn't bad. They're 17th. That's not bad. Let's look at their depth chart. We already said De'Aaron Fox. Bogdanovich. Harrison Barnes. I mean, little below average big 3 there. But, I mean, yes, winnable games. Winnable. This 4. They've got the Spurs, y'all. Winnable. Wizards, big winnable. Bradley Beal cannot do it all himself. And the Jazz. I mean, yeah, the Jazz are good. They got Donovan Mitchell. He's putting in work. You'll love to see it. Joe Ingles still put, and then you got Rudy Gobert, the guy that kicked it off, right? Mr. Corona himself. 17th in the league for scoring, not that great, but points allowed. They get it done defensively. That's good defense, I'll tell you. So I mean, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got 6 winnable games. They need 4 to catch up. I gave Memphis 3. That's where my the 7 is coming from. They've got 6 great winnable games. Can they beat the Jazz? Of course they can. But, I mean, they don't have to face the Rockets. They don't have to face the Lakers. They don't have to face the Clippers. They don't have to face the Nuggets. I mean, if New Orleans really wants to get in, I mean, the NBA gave them all the opportunity in the world to get into that 8th seed. Is Zion getting it done? I've got it open somewhere here, right here. Let's take a look. Zion officially came back the 22nd, January 22nd. They ended up losing the game. We're going to take a look. Did they have a winning record when Zion came back? Does he even deserve to be in the playoffs this year? Let's see. So start off 0-1, 0-2, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, 3-4, 4-4, 5-4, 6-4, 6-5, 7-5, 8-5, 8-6, 9-6, 9-7, 9-8, 9-9, 10-9, 11-9. 11-9. Winning record. Decent. Trying to get into the playoffs, Zion. If I had, I mean, they would have to win, like I said, 6 out of the 8 games. And coming back, they're going to be a little sluggish. I mean, who on the Pelicans has the money to put an entire court in his house while they're quarantining? Nobody. Nobody on that team. So it's going to be tough. I think it's just a little too late. And I know everybody wants to see the Pelicans in, but we're going to get John Moran in. That's great. Yeah, it's not Zion, but John Moran has earned the right to play in the playoffs this year. He's going to win Rookie of the Year. He's played all the games, more games than Zion. So I know ESPN's not going to be happy about it, but, get over it. We're getting John Morant. I think the Memphis is going to keep the 8th seed. Sacramento, let's see what they got. They've got this. They're in the same situation that the Pelicans are in. Let's see. Sacramento, Nets, winnable game. No. They got the Pelicans twice. I mean, if any team's going to make the run, they're going to have to beat each other twice. So give them the winnable games. Put them up. Orlando, yes, winnable. Spurs, winnable. So they've got one less winnable game than Memphis does. I don't see them getting in. I mean, they've got De'Aaron Fox, who's putting in work. But, besides that, I do not see them getting in. Who else? Who else has a chance? The Spurs, the Spurs and the Suns basically have to win out to even have a chance. Let's see. We'll start with the Spurs. Big loss here, big loss there. Winnable. Then they got the Jazz twice. What'd I say? Probably split the Jazz maybe, just for argument's sake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winnable games, but they have to win out, and they're not going to. They're not going to beat Denver, and they're not going to beat the Rockets, and if they do, they're not going to split against the Jazz. It's just not going to happen. The talent is not there. And then the Suns. Phoenix, where are you? Here we go. Facing the Mavericks twice. Yikes. You got to win out. They're not doing that. Split them for argument's sake. Pacers, Clippers, Heat. Oh, my goodness. This is a stretch of games. They've got 3 winnable games. Jeez. Yeah, so the Western Conference, I see it staying the same. I mean, I don't think these seeding games, as they're calling it, are going to make a difference for the playoff teams. Now, I mean, here we go. I mean, all one game out from each other, so yeah, there's going to be a little movement here. Nothing that's going to make too great of a difference. Just 4 and 5, whether you get home court. Right here for 6 and 7, do you face the Clippers or do you face the Nuggets? I mean, that's what it's going to come down to. Which you don't want to face the Clippers, so that is going to be big. But unfortunately, the Grizzlies are pretty much locked into facing the Lakers, which is great for the King, not good for Rookie of the Year, right? So that is the NBA schedule that is released. We're almost there, folks. Almost there. 30 days out. But we have something tangible that we can look at and dive into with the schedule. So, yeah. I don't see any major changes. I do not see Washington getting in. I do not see the Suns, the Spurs, or the Kings. Maybe Portland. Did we go over Portland? Dame time. Will he come up big? Pretty tough schedule, man. Celtics, Mavericks, Nuggets, Rockets, Clippers. Jeez, that's a tough schedule to put them in. They really want the Pelicans to get in. I don't think they will. Grizzly already have the 3-game lead on them, 4-game lead. Plus, you had the 3 winnable games at 7. They've got to win out. And I don't think any team is going to win out. They haven't played in months. No team is going to win all 8 games. I don't care that they face the bottom of the barrel teams. It's not. I do not see any team coming fully prepared. I mean, yeah, LeBron is going to be fully prepared because he's got a court in his house, easy. But I mean, Avery Bradley's already said he's not playing, so that's a hit for the Lakers right there. They're gonna try and see who's gonna be the next man up. Do they sign J.R. Smith? So no team is winning all 8 games. I would say no team is winning all 6 games. I don't care what your schedule looks like. There's going to be getting back into the rhythm of things. It's just not going to happen. The best team probably wins 6 out of 8 games. I don't think anybody wins more than 6. More realistically, probably teams aren't going to go as hard. Teams are going to try and figure out their momentum again. Realistically, you're looking at 5-3. I think maybe the Lakers get to the 6. Even they've got a tough schedule. Jeez. Clippers, Raptors, Rockets, Nuggets. Those are not easy games, y'all. Not easy games. So it's gonna be tough. But I don't see anything major shaking up. I think the 8 teams right now are in. I don't see them. Don't see any teams outside of the 8 already in the East or West getting to that 8th seed, unfortunately. But these games are just really meant to get back into the rhythm before the playoff starts. Playoff intensity hopefully is going to be great, and these 8 games are going to get all the players and the teams ready for it. So don't go in looking for a shakeup at the 8th seed. Go in looking at teams getting their momentum back, figuring out their rhythm, and getting ready for the playoffs. So the second big news of the weekend, Mr. Cam Newton goes to the Patriots. AFC East fans, I feel ya. I hurt with ya. Bill Belichick gets another MVP quarterback, a dual threat quarterback. Not looking forward to it. As soon as there was a light at the end of the tunnel, Bill Belichick says, "Oh, y'all thought it was all Brady. Okay, I'll show you. I'll take an injury-prone quarterback who hasn't had an MVP season in 5 years, who everybody says cannot play anymore, who his own team just ditched. Culture change, and they ditched him. They're like, you're not part of the culture anymore here in Carolina. Get out." And Bill's like, you know what? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna pick you up, and I'm gonna turn you back into a Super Bowl participant, an MVP candidate, and I'm gonna get you back to greatness, Cam. And Cam's like, please. So Bill Belichick knows his legacy is at stake, folks. Come on, let's not be ridiculous here. He knows, he hears the conversation. Is it Bill? Is it Tom? Who is it? Who gets the credit? Because, in the time of social media, only one person can have credit, obviously. I mean, we've seen it in the comments. We've seen it in the posts. Nobody thinks rationally that they needed each other. But nobody wants to hear that. So let's feed into that, shall we? Is it Bill or was it Tom? We are going to find out this year. But that's not what we're talking about today. What we're talking about today is who's going to start for the Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots signed him. They gave him very little money, 1-year deal. But is he going to start? I mean, it should be obvious, folks, right? But not to the people on Twitter, because the people on Twitter be wildin'. So let's take a look. Do any of these quarterbacks deserve to start? I mean, 2 right off the bat, you can say don't even deserve a chance to start in the league, right? I'll let y'all figure which 2 of these 4. But let's start off by Brian Hoyer, career backup, solid backup. Should he be the starter for the Patriots? Let's find out. Here we go. We got his stats. 2009 with the Patriots. Didn't start in 2012. But what did he do? 330 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, 56 completion percentage. Not good. These are not good stats, but it's only one game. Let's move on. And that was for Arizona. Then he went to Cleveland for 2 years. Started 3 games in 2013. Do not care about that. He actually won all 3 games, so maybe I do care about this. Let's look. 59% completion percentage. 600 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 picks. Yards per game, 205. Not bad. Not bad. Backup stats. Those are backup. I mean, he won you 3 games. Those are game-winning backup stats, right? 2014, started 13 games. What did he do in a full body of work? Let's see. 12 touchdowns, 13 picks. Not good at all. I would say bad. 55 completion percentage. I would say bad. 3,300 yards, though. I'll give him credit for that. He put up yards. It translated to some wins, too. 7-6. I mean, these are average stats, so going 500 isn't really that surprising. But then he went to Houston, and let me say, these stats, baby, whew, these are good stats. 19 tugs, 7 picks. That's fantastic. 60% completion percentage. That is good. That is good. 2,600 yards, a little on the low side, but he only played 9 games, so not bad. His yards per game, though, was 236, which is good. But it did not translate to wins for some reason. 5-4. Not good. Just average. 500. But these stats are good. So maybe it was the defense. Maybe it was the head coach. It wasn't DeAndre Hopkins, I'll tell you that. But then he went to Chicago. 5 game starts, 1-4. He had great completion percentage. 67 is very, very good. But in 6 touchdowns and no picks. So I don't know what Chicago was doing, right? Yards per game, 204. I mean, these are good stats, but they did not translate to wins. So I really don't know what was going on there. Because 67% completion, fantastic. 6 touchdowns, no picks, fantastic. Was he fumbling that year? Let's see, 2016. Was it the fumbles? 2016, defensive fumbles. Here we go. 3 fumbles, 2 recovered. So it looks like he lost 1. So fumbles probably weren't the reason for that. Who'd they face? Can we see this? Who were their opponents? They went 3-13. Oh my goodness. Played 4 games, so probably the last 4, I'm assuming. Let's see. Had to face his old team. Loss. Yeah, pretty tough schedule coming out. Eagles, Cowboys, Texans. Then they got the win against the Lions, of course. Who doesn't beat the Lions? Then they faced the Colts with Andrew Luck. Yup. Jags. Was that their good year? Was that their good year? No. No, it wasn't. So 3-13 team losing to another 3-13 game, or 3-13 team. Then they faced the Packers, another tough opponent. Minnesota, they beat Minnesota. Wow. Where'd they go? 20-10. Interesting. And then they had the bye. Lost against the Bucs, the Giants, the Titans. Those should have been winnable. Beat the 49ers before they got good. Then Detroit, Packers, Washington closing out with some losses. So, just a bad team in general. 2016 Bears. Then they got a little better. Matt Nagy, yeah, they still had John Fox. That's why Matt Nagy was not there yet, folks. But we digress back to our original topic of Brian Hoyer. 2017, he played for two teams. Started off in New England, then he went to San Fran, and he went 0-6 in the 6 games he started. 4 touchdowns, 400 picks, so he's shown he could be good, but lately, what have you done for me? Not good. 0-6, 4-4, 58% completion, not that good. 207. That's basically average. You would like to see at least 230 and up. Went back to New England. Didn't start, so who cares? Then he went to Indy, served as a backup, started the 1 game, lost. Hard to be thrown in as a backup and win games, so don't really expect much there. So we really want to focus on this Houston season and that Chicago season, because these numbers are good. This is what he can do. This is what Brian Hoyer can do. Is it better than Cam Newton? I would say no, because these numbers are not translating to wins. Cam Newton's numbers are pretty much on par passing wise, and they translated to wins. He got to the Super Bowl, so can't knock him. So let's dive into his highlights. We're going to focus on his Texans year because that is arguably his best year. So let's look. Are these stats telling the truth? Let's find out. Here we go. In the 5. I mean, he's got DeAndre Hopkins. That's also another reason for his success here, y'all. He's got one of the best receivers in the league. I'm chalking this pass up to just DeAndre Hopkins. The good thing about this pass is that he gave his receiver a chance to catch it. That's a 50-50 ball, but he knew he had the height matchup, so he just gave him a chance. You want that in a quarterback. You love to see that. Once again, in the red zone, buys time, just on target pass. Perfect. Here we go. Is this a bomb? What is this? Arm strength. He's from the 50. This is a 50-yard bomb. I mean, it's a Hail Mary. The thing to take away from that clip is that he's got 50 yards on his arm. That is great. Looked like he even had any more. That was like 5 yards deep in the end zone. That's like 55 yards. Wide open pass here. But just perfect placement, so give him credit there. Ooh, pretty tough. Look at that. Look at that tight window. 26 went for the dive. Got it over him and to the left of 21. That's a great pass. That's great accuracy. A little floater. Perfect. That's a great floater. How far was that? That was like 35 yards? About 35 yards. That's great. Good pass. Right on target. Perfect. Yep. Just once again, perfect pass placement. Just gives his receivers a chance. You love to see that. You've got one-on-one and you got DeAndre Hopkins who's like 6'5". You take the chance. You give him the chance, and he gave him the chance. I love seeing that from Brian Hoyer, really. I mean, he is also a backup, so what does he have to lose during these? He's just going to let it fly because the potential's a starting quarterback. The low bar is I back up again? Okay. I've got nothing to lose. Quick out. That's just all design right there. He said, who gonna stop me, huh? And that was against Stephon Gilmore, I believe. Everyone's favorite corner at the moment. Pressure in his face. Calm, cool, collective Brian Hoyer. Is that the end? That is the end. So, I like what I'm seeing from Brian Hoyer. Starting quarterback, Maybe. Good backup who you want on your team? I would say so. Definitely a solid backup who can get you to win games, but you would like to see a little better than 500, really. I mean, this 0-6, not good. Right here, 0-6 with San Fran. That definitely makes you think twice. The 1-4 with great stats makes you think twice. But definitely solid backup quarterback. Better than Cam? I would say no. So now we've got Jarrett Stidham, another option for the Patriots. Does Jarrett Stidham start? Well, we've got no real tape in the NFL, but we do have his tape at Auburn. 2 years at Auburn. Let's look at these stats. 14 and 13 games played, respectively. 66 and 60 completion percentage. In college, you really want high 60s to mid to low 70s, which, unfortunately, not really what he did. A decent program in Auburn, though, so give him credit there. Touchdowns, 36 over 2 years, 11 picks. The low picks is nice. Yard per attempt, 8 in 7.6. So the yards a little low, completion percentage a little low, touchdowns a tad low. But what did he do? Did he get the bowl games? Let's look at, did he also run? Is he a running dual threat quarterback? Let's see. 2017, he put up 153 yards, so no. And then his next year, he put up 1. So once again, no. But he put up 7 on the ground. Not bad. Goal line. I can get it done. I'm beefy enough to get it done. Let's look at game logs. 2017. What did he do? He get to a bowl game. I believe he did. End game against Georgia for the this was probably for the championship. Yep. Southeastern Conference Championship. Did not get it done. Pathetic. 7 points. Georgia, historically good defense team, though. What did he do? He turned it over a lot. 50% completion. You can't be having that. 1 touchdown. He didn't throw a pick, though. So maybe just a little conservative with the ball. He also rushed 9 times, 25 yards. Didn't look like he fumbled. Let's see. Did he? That's just all defense. Can't really see if he fumbled. Interesting. But he only put up 7. That's not what you want to see. I mean, you're facing the best of college and not putting up good numbers. That's not going to translate to the NFL because the worst NFL team is the best college team, is better than the best college team. So only putting up 7, that's not a good sign. But he got to a bowl game. Come on. You get to the Peach Bowl and you can't even beat UCF, man? Come on. What did you do? They put up 27, which is more than they did against Georgia. But you got to win this game. 65% completion. Good. 331 yards. Good. 1 touchdown, 2 picks. What are you doing? Come on. This is against UCF. This was their year, though, where people were trying to put them in the college playoffs. 13-0. Decent UCF team. But come on. You can't. That defense was kind of filthy that year. That UCF defense was actually kind of filthy. But Jarrett Stidham could not get it done in either of his big games in 2017. Could he do it in 2018? Did he learn from his mistakes? That's what we want to see. We want to see growth. Did he grow? Let's see. Lost. Oh, my goodness. He put up the losses here. 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. Then you face Alabama, put up 21. Is that respectable? Oh, Jesus. 43% completion. Yikes. 127 yards. Yikes. 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and not good. Not good, Jarrett. He rushed 6 times for -8 yards. Yikes. Yeah, against the good teams, he's not showing off. Not showing off, not showing up at all. But he got to a bowl game, y'all. The Music City Bowl, and he let it fly. 63 points. Jesus. Was it all Jared Stidham, though? Let's see. Oh, yeah, 5 tugs. That's what we want to see, Jared. 71% completion. Woof. 373 yards. Woof. This is what you want to see. Unfortunate, it was against a poor Purdue team, though. That is unfortunate. Let's see. 66-yard pass for the tug. 74-yard pass for the tug. 52-yard pass for the tug. 34-yard pass for the tug. So he was airing it out against this defense. But unfortunately, it is against this Purdue defense. Holds no weight. His one game, his one good, I would say great. I would give this a great game. 5 tugs, no picks, 71% completion. I would say that's a great game. But it is against a very subpar Purdue team. So, what did he do in the NFL? Barely took any snaps. 4 attempts, 2019. And he threw 50%. And he threw a pick. 4 throws and he throws a pick. Not good. What's the yards? Where are these yards at? 14. Averaging 7 per completion. Not looking good, Jarrett. Definitely not better. And you went to Auburn too, where Cam Newton went. So if you're even trying to just compare schools, straight up, Cam's got the edge 1,000,000,000%. But maybe the stats are lying to us. Maybe he is very good. Let's look. Here we go. This is him in college. Maybe I jumped the gun showing his NFL highlights. Let's look at his college highlights. Forget everything you saw about his NFL career. The 4 attempts. This is what he did in college. Let's roll the tape. I would say like average stats in college. Wide open, on target. Let's his receiver run in stride. I mean, he was literally just jogging to the end zone, though. This is the Purdue game. This is the Purdue game that we were just talking about. Look at this pathetic defense, y'all. We talked about the stats. 14 looking disgusting. Everybody missed tackle. He literally jogs for the final 10 yards. That's a touchdown that Jarrett Stidham gets credit for. Yikes. Once again, here we go. The Purdue game, the Music City Bowl. Now this is what we want to see. Look at that arm. From the 20 to the 25. That's perfect. That's like 55 yards. The arm strength is there. Little underthrown, but the receiver was able to go and find the ball. I mean, the game's out of hand. Game's out of hand in the second quarter. Against Georgia Southern. Good pass, I guess. Right on target. Shows off the wheels. I do not think that speed is enough to get it done in the NFL. We'll let you escape the pocket and extend plays, but you're not getting across that line of scrimmage. That's a great pass. That's great. 25 yards plus another 8 for the end zone. Right on target. throwing left, right to the end of the corner of the end zone. That's perfect. He got scared and let it fly. Fortunately, it got there. Enough on it. Running touchdown. Just got it there. Beats him to the edge. Nobody meets him up. Scrambles. This is the UCF game that he couldn't win. That was a good catch, though. Better catch than throw. But he gave his receivers a chance. That looked like a decent drive. That looked like it ended up with 3. Yeah, I mean, these receivers are all open. He's just putting it right on the money. Nothing to write about. On the run, that's a good pass. On the run, I'll give him that. Right on target. Big game against Georgia, which he did not win. We've seen. Woo! Woo! Great catch by the receiver. Great arm strength. Deep ball accuracy. I would say that was good. That was good. Receiver did have to stretch for a little bit, but I mean, that's 50 yards for deep ball accuracy. I'll give it to him. Look at running against Georgia. Woo! Hey, and they won this game? Is this not the game that I was thinking of? Design screen. He was able to give it to the receiver, though, so we could keep on running. So give him credit for that. Yeah. Buys time with his feet in the pocket. Not bad. Yeah. Right on target. Perfect. I mean, he outran a lineman. Everybody started to come up, and he immediately slid. This was a decent pass. Decent. Like to give him the receiver a little more of a lead like this, right on target. From the 13 all the way to the 40 about. I mean, the arm strength is there pretty much. Not bad. Yeah, so just, I mean, nothing great in that highlight package. But the arm strength is good. Movement in the pocket, I would say, is pretty good. Yeah, just nothing great. Not better than Cam, I would say. I would say nobody can say that what we've just seen was better than Cam. So here we go. Back to it. His NFL career, his 4 attempts we've seen. 14 yards, 50% completion, no tugs and a pick, though. You threw the ball 4 times and you throw a pick. Not good. Not good at all. So here we go. This is preseason game. This is not just a highlight reel of his 4 passes. This is every Jarrett Stidham play against the Panthers in 2019 preseason. We're going to get it all. Let's see. Let's see what he's got. So 7 points not contributed to him. Yeah, right on target, but I mean, if that was the read, he got it there, but there was just nothing to work with. Defense closed it out quick. Here we go. See, that movement is just not fast enough for the NFL. Not fast enough. Defense collapses quick in the NFL. Little dump off for 2. In the shotgun. Here we go. What do you got for us? Show us what you've got. All right. Not bad. A little low, but he got it there. Dump off. Doesn't trust his receivers or doesn't trust his arm to make tight throws, so he dumps it off. Took a little too long to get there. Defense closed quick on it. And that's Philip Dorsett. You give that man room to run, he will take it. They called Jared Stidham for that or what? Back in the shotgun. Here we go. Yeah, right on target. A little bit of short of the first down, though, so that's a little disappointing, not knowing, situational awareness. Oh, bad. Had pressure in the pocket, did not set his feet. Throws a duck. I mean, that defender didn't jump the route. He just had position. He had that position. That's not good, Jarrett. That is very not good. But he's back. Shake it off. What do you got? All right. All right. Great catch. Good throw. 2-minute drive. What do you got? Can you cap it off? Ugh, not a good throw. Defense was there. He just threw it into coverage. There you go. Decent throw to the receiver where he didn't have to die for it. Was able to potentially make a play. Defense was able to close it out quick, though. There you go. There you go. Little 5-yard slant. Nice. Once again, that was not that great of an accuracy of a throw. Little inside. Receiver had to turn to make the catch. Oh, boy. He runs for 5. The defense closes quick, my guy. This is the NFL, y'all. Pressure. That's a fumble. Don't know. I guess he tried to flip it. Maybe last second decided not to. Try to tuck it back. But not good ball security there. But he's back almost in the red zone. Once again. Oh, they just showed the play again. Same play. That's a fumble, y'all. Back on offense, still in the lead after all these critical mistakes. Taken down, yeah, his pocket speed is not what it was in college. He's getting brought down quick, cannot escape, cannot extend plays, and this is against preseason defense. So, yeah, he's not really showing us anything great. Yeah, he's like, okay, I'll go down. I cannot run, yeah, I'll just go down. Just do not hurt me. I will go down. In the red zone. Another sack. Yeah, that was all right. So he's from the 20, right? Look at this down. First and goal. Takes a huge sack. Third and goal from the 18. Jared. You're talking fourth and goal from the 25. Yikes. Yikes, they get 3 out of that? No, what are they doing? They cannot put up points. Right over the middle. I mean, it was on target. Receiver caught it. Give him credit. Yep. Nice slant route. Right on target. Was able to get him in stride. Decent drive here, looks like. Ooh, that was good. That was very tight, and he squeezed it in there. That was good. That's a good throw. Drop back. Yep. In stride, but, defense was able to close quick. Fourth quarter drive. Ooh. Just short of the first. Gets the ball back. Was able to cap off that drive with the field goal. That was putting his receiver a little bit in danger. Receiver kind of was like, hey, I'm coming across the middle. I know that safety's coming. Because I can't tell if this should have been caught. That looked like it maybe should have been caught. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. That was a good pass by Jarrett. And then they take the knee. So, that's what he can do, folks, against preseason, second string, third string defenses, people that are just trying to make a roster. Is that really better than Cam Newton? Come on, let's be real. Y'all cannot be real by saying that Jarrett Stidham deserves a start over Cam Newton. Look at what we just saw. And I hate to do this to the man, to kick at the man while he's down, but we still have this interception to deal with. This is regular season stats. Unfortunately, I was able to find the video. Jarrett Stidham's first drive results in pick 6, y'all. Pick 6. So not only was one of his 4 passes an interception, it was a pick 6. Jarrett Stidham, if you are watching, look away because this is not good. Here we go. Roll the tape. Drops back. They're up 30-7. He's playing careless. He's playing careless. Not even close. Way too high and outside. Is this Jamal Adams? Yup. 33. Jamal Adams making the backup pay. Tries to make the tackle. Forces him to the end. Jamal goes inside. Can't recover. Jarrett Stidham, pick 6. Yikes. He had 4 pass attempts, y'all. He had 4 pass attempts. And that's what he did. He gave Jamal Adams a pick 6. Stuffing that man's stats because they were down. Game was over. At the man's stat pad a little bit. Not good, Jarrett. I think we can all agree that Cam Newton is an upgrade from this group right here. And we didn't even get into these two because, just look at their names. Look at their names. Have you ever heard of them? Have you ever heard of any of these players? Brian Hoyer, great backup. I say you keep him. Jarrett Stidham, if that's who they were trying to roll with, maybe they see something in him. I don't see it. But if you want to have him develop as the third string, I would say go for it. But he won't materialize in anything. These stats are just not good. His highlights are just not good. Decent college career, I guess. He won a bowl game, so you give him credit for that. But that's what we got today, folks. Broke down the NBA schedule. Broke down Cam Newton going to the Patriots. It's going to be a fun NFL season. A lot of storylines. Cam with Belichick. Brady. Does Brady need Belichick? You got Brady in the same division as Drew Brees. You got Jameis Winston backing up Drew Brees. What world is this, right? But thanks for coming out, watching the stream. Takes by Fans. It streams Monday through Friday, noon Eastern, here on Twitch. Twitch.tv/takesbyfans. And as always, join the conversation on Twitter. Twitter at takesbyfans. So I will see you all tomorrow. It's been great. And this was a fun one. And we'll see you all tomorrow.